That was a great speech, a little longer than people had expected. I thought it was great because there was a lot of substance. He covered a lot of issues, and I think set the frame for this year and all the various things that we need to do to get the state back on track coming out of the recession, coming out of the election. I'm very hopeful, I think, for a lot of different reasons. First of all, the economy's picking up, and at the end of the day, that's going to be the most important thing in terms of bringing the revenues in. It will allow us to have the flexibility and the funds to get the state infrastructure back on track. I also, though, am hopeful because I think the governor is someone with great integrity and independence. I think he's got the experience and the resiliency as well, and the knowledge to be able to understand where the state needs to go, and also at the same time, move us forward and do it in a way that is done with integrity and independence. And I think there's, on the legislative side, real interest in working closely with him to make things better. And I think at the end of the day, he's got. I think he talked about fiscal reform and how we need to get our budget, in a stronger place, and understand that moving forward we need to put in place mechanisms that will lead to more stability on the long term. I think the rainy day fund put us in that place, and we're going to need to carry on policies in that direction. But I think also he talked about all that we can do to create more fairness and really strengthen the promise of the local control funding formula and the education side. He obviously has big plans in terms of improving our infrastructure for transportation. I certainly, hoped he would talk a little bit more about some of the programs associated with poverty and making sure that we help to lift up everyone who was impacted negatively by the recession. But I also love some of the things he was talking about in terms of the environment, really putting California at the forefront of the conversation on the environment, climate change issues, and protection issues.